Hello everyone, this is Dr. Janvi. Today I would like to discuss about iron-rich foods. Why iron-rich foods are very important to the body? What happens if iron deficiency anemia occurs? In my OPD, I see almost many adolescent female age group people and reproductive age group people suffering from anemia, and mostly that is due to iron deficiency anemia. So some people will be complaining of excessive tiredness, fatigue, that is fatigue, then weakness, then they even complain of hammering headache when they climb stairs, and palpitations, like they know their heartbeat so loudly. I mean, they can feel their heartbeat. Then some children, we see them eating sand particles, chalk pieces, raw rice grains, which is pica, which is known as pica. This is dangerous because they can ingest some parasitic worms. Again, deworming is necessary. Again, going to the doctor is very necessary. So this is all because of iron deficiency, and this iron deficiency leads to anemia. So let us replenish iron through iron rich foods. Recommended dietary allowances for infants, children, males, these are females. This much of iron is necessary in the body per day. What are the reasons of iron deficiency? Inadequate intake of iron, low bioavailability of dietary iron from plant foods due to inhibitory factors. Narasimha Rao et al. In 1983 has done a research about low bioavailability of dietary iron from plant foods due to inhibitory factors, low levels of absorption enhancers in the diet, repeated pregnancies, increased needs during growth and development among children and adolescents, parasitic infestations, and chronic blood loss. Food iron is classified into two types, heme iron and non-heme iron. Heme iron is having a ferrous ion surrounded by a porphyrin ring. Porphyrin ring, it like helps the iron to get absorbed easily into the blood. Whereas non-heme iron doesn't have any porphyrin ring, it is chelated in structure, so absorption is influenced by different other dietary intakes like phytates, tannins. I'll be discussing about them later. So heme iron is readily available iron. Like it's readily available in the form of hemoglobin and myoglobin in animal sources, fish, that is poultry, meat. So heme iron is absolutely absorbed into the blood without any inhibitory factors, or if the inhibitory factors are there also, it can be easily absorbed. Non-heme iron is not like that. It is easily influenced by other dietary factors. Suppose some dietary inhibitory factors are there for absorption of iron, this non-heme iron, it'll less absorption takes place in the blood. And some of the interesting facts some researchers have found out, like baking and prolonged frying, have been shown to reduce heme iron absorption by about 40%. In Indian studies, cooking of cereals and pulses was shown to cause a loss of 22 to 24% of their iron. However, baking chapati on an iron plate raised the iron content by 19%. These are sources of heme iron. These are the sources of non-heme iron. Factors known to enhance non-heme absorption are animal protein, copper, vitamin C, and some other factors are lactic acid, gastric acid, and ceruloplasmin. You know what the vitamin C does? It helps the iron to be in reduced state, that is Fe2 plus, and Fe2 plus is readily absorbed in the blood compared to Fe3 plus. Factors known to inhibit non-heme iron absorption: phytates and polyphenols. Phytates are present in leguminous like beans. So what we do normally to reduce the phytates, we ferment them, we soak them in water for long hours. Tannins are tea, coffee, vegetable protein, oxalic acid, zinc, calcium, eggs. So you don't have to worry, like if I take these food items, maybe there will be decreased absorption of iron. Whenever you eat non-heme iron rich sources, just give some gap and eat these food items. so that iron gets absorbed into the body. The inhibiting effects can be reduced to some extent by serving tea with lemon or adding sufficient milk to the cup of tea. Daily intake of guava fruit with the two major meals by young anemic women resulted in a significant increase in iron. The high iron availability of breast milk, which averages 50%, is reduced when breast milk is taken together with cow's milk or weaning foods. Weaning food should therefore be given separately from the breast milk. And all of you remember exclusive breastfeeding for 6 months. Only after 6 months or from 6 months you can start complementary feeds, and these complementary feeds what you can introduce I've shown you in the picture, like these are the fruits, vegetables, grains, lentils. Okay, milk is taken at breakfast, in the evening, or at bedtime, and not with the main meals that contribute most of the daily iron intake, because meal is rich in milk is rich in calcium, and this calcium is known to, like researchers have found out that it is known to inhibit absorption of non-heme iron. Okay, jaggery instead of sugar is included as it contains iron, whereas sugar contains only a trace. So jaggery is rich in iron. Condiments and some spices like turmeric, mango powder, tamarind pulp, poppy seeds, black pepper, cloves, cumin. This much of amount of iron is present in 100 grams of each one. So now you know recommended dietary allowance of iron is this much. So you can see this much amount is present in these items and you can eat them. You can calculate and take accordingly. So these are the dry fruits rich in iron, nuts and oilseed, green leafy vegetables, other vegetables, pulses and legumes, cereals and millets. So I hope now you have got an idea what are the iron rich sources, what are heme sources of iron and non-heme sources of iron. Heme sources are not having any problem for their absorption into the body, but non-heme sources are easily influenced by the other dietary factors. Thank you.